Welcome to the Harrison City Council meeting for April 18th, 2023. If you'd please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
If you please remain standing, I'd like to invite Pastor Jason Hannon with New Song Church to provide an invocation this evening.
Thank you. Let us pray. Dear Lord, we thank you tonight that you are the true God, Creator and Savior, full of grace, mercy, and love, rescuing the weak and giving justice to those who need it. We praise you for putting us in this nation where we have the freedom to serve you, and for giving us this city to live in and to enjoy. I ask that you bless this meeting of council and give everyone here wisdom to make the best decisions for Harrison and to do all things according to your perfect purposes. As always, please protect and bless all of our first responders and watch over them every day as they serve the people of Harrison. In Jesus' holy name, amen.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Wilson.
Here.
Mr. Egner.
Here.
Mr. Grubbs. Mr. Samuels.
Here.
Ms. Dole.
Here.
Mr. Maines.
Here.
Mrs. Wilson. Here.
First item is to approve the council meeting minutes for April 4th, 2023.
Can we make a motion to excuse Mr. Grubbs?
You can. Would you like to make that?
Yeah.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and second to excuse Mr. Grubbs. Roll call, please.
Dole.
Yay.
Maines.
Yay.
Mrs. Wilson.
Yay.
Mr. Wilson.
Yay.
Egner.
Yay.
Samuels.
Yay.
Now we'll consider the meeting minutes from April 4th, 2023.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any corrections or additions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Maines.
Yay.
Mrs. Wilson.
Yay.
Mr. Wilson.
Yay.
Egner.
Yay.
Samuels.
Yay.
Dole.
Yay.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to invite the fire chief forward. We have some new employees to swear in.
Thank you, Mayor, members of council. Here tonight to ask the mayor to swear in our 3 new career firefighters, 2 of which were new approvals from this year's budget. 1 is a replacement as a result of the retirement for Captain Kugler. First up is Skylar Eads. Skylar is a 2020 graduate of William Henry Harrison High School. He attended the Scarlet Oaks Fire Academy in 2021, where he obtained his certification as a firefighter EMT, confined space operations, rope rescue operations, and a fire inspector. Firefighter Eads is currently enrolled in the paramedic school with an anticipated graduation in December of 2023.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Skylar Eads,
Solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Ohio,
and of the state of Ohio,
and will obey the laws thereof,
and will obey the laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
in all respects,
in all respects,
observe the provisions
observe the provisions
of the Charter
of the Charter
and ordinances of
and ordinances of
the municipality of Harrison,
the municipality of Harrison,
and will faithfully discharge
and will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Skylar's dad is going to pin his new badge on him tonight. Next, we have firefighter Will McAllister. Will is a 2019 graduate of LaSalle High School. He went on to study international business and played soccer for Marietta College. He then attended Cincinnati State Technical College, where he obtained his certification as a firefighter EMT in hazmat operations. Firefighter McAllister is currently enrolled in paramedic school and also anticipates graduating in 2023.
Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Will McAllister,
Solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Ohio,
and of the state of Ohio,
and will obey the laws thereof,
and will obey the laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
in all respects,
in all respects,
observe the provisions
observe the provisions
of the Charter
of the Charter
and ordinances of
and ordinances of
the municipality of Harrison,
the municipality of Harrison,
and will faithfully discharge
and will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations. Thank you.
I believe Will's mother, his dad is going to pin him. Dad is going to pin Will tonight.
There you go.
Next, we have firefighter Weber. Firefighter Weber is a 2018 graduate of William Henry Harrison High School. He also attended Scarlet Oaks Fire Academy in 2022, where he obtained the following certifications: as a firefighter EMT, a fire inspector, a hazmat technician, a rope rescue technician, confined space operations, and a vehicle rescue technician. Firefighter Weber is also an active member of the Ohio Army National Guard, serving our country since 2020. Firefighter Weber is currently enrolled in his anatomy and physiology class and will start paramedic school in May of 2023. If you would, please.
Right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Nate Weber,
Solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support
I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Ohio,
and of the state of Ohio,
and will obey the laws thereof,
and will obey the laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
in all respects,
in all respects,
observe the provisions
observe the provisions
of the Charter
of the Charter
and ordinances of
and ordinances of
the municipality of Harrison,
the municipality of Harrison,
and will faithfully discharge
and will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Never. He said he never missed a beat.
At this time, Nate's father is going to pin his badge on him. Thank you, Mayor and members of council. Again, thank you for approving that in our budget to make that possible. I also want to thank, I think most of them have left, but the members of Local 3204, we had to do some negotiating back and forth to make this happen as well. So I want to publicly thank that group as well. So thank you.
Thank you. All your family members should be proud. This was one of the most competitive processes I've been involved in. So you guys were the top 3 candidates, and you deserve what you got. Thank you. Next, we have the Greater Harrison Chamber of Commerce And I believe the update and member of the month are going to be given by Spencer Ford with Conservative Financial Solutions.
Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Spencer Ford. I'm co-CEO of Conservative Financial Solutions, along with my brother Austin Ford. And Conservative Financial Solutions' vision is to help families make great decisions so they can live longer, happier, and more fulfilling lives. We do that through financial planning, specifically by helping families with the positioning and placement of their assets to help maximize the growth that they can have, reduce the risk, and then provide them with the income that they're looking for off of those investments. The company was started in 1985 by my father, Roger Ford. We've been in Harrison since 1985. We've been fortunate enough to expand into multiple locations, such as Lawrenceburg, Indiana, Fort Thomas, Kentucky, but Harrison's always been our home. And we've intentionally made this our headquarters because of the business-friendly environment that it's provided for us. So happy to answer any questions that the council may have about our business, but as a board member of the Greater Harrison Chamber of Commerce, just want to make mention of a couple of things that we have coming up here. On March 11th, we have our next after hours coming up from 5 to 7. That's the Whitewater Shaker Village. That's where it's going to be. So if you need more information on that, you can go to GreaterHarrisonCC.com. And there's going to be a great networking opportunity. But besides that, there's also going to be some information about just the industry that existed as part of the Shaker community in Crosby Township. Chief Hersong is going to be there, talk about his experiences with saving Damar Hamlin's life. So that should be fun too, just to hear about his experience. He was a part of that medical team that was present at that point in time. So great networking opportunity, great historic opportunity, great opportunity just to network with professionals and other entrepreneurs in the area. We also have our golf outing coming up in September. That's the biggest event that we do as part of the chamber to raise funds for the chamber so we can support local businesses in our community. And we're thankful to anybody who participates in that. And then the third thing is we have started a new t-shirt campaign to provide more resources to the chamber to support small businesses. It's a Made in Harrison t-shirt, so we're just, our businesses participating in that. We're getting it for our employees so we can take a picture of that, and the chamber is happy to promote businesses who want to participate in that on our social media so that we can continue to give reach to businesses in the community. So I just want to make mention of those three things. Like I mentioned, you can go to GreaterHarrisonCC.com. Membership does have its benefits. We've been able to help many businesses get a reduction in their healthcare costs through Anthem. We've been able to help with HR costs and even energy saving costs too. So you can find all of that on our website. Feel free to go there. And like I said, just want to say thank you to the chamber for giving Conservative Financial Solutions this opportunity to speak here for a few minutes. And then also thank you to the council. And we look forward to being a part of the community for a very, very long time. So like I said, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about the chamber itself or our business, but I really appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, Spencer.
Thank you.
Oh, and congratulations on your new baby.
Yeah, fresh.
Yeah, right. What, a week old? Less than a week
April
old?
6th, yeah. April 6th.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next item this evening is a donation by the American Legion.
Mayor, if you'd go to the podium over there, please. This month, we have a donation to the Harrison Mayor's Fund that Gene will be presenting of $2,919.34.
Nobody got to see it.
Clear out.
And speaking of our donations, I've announced every council meeting about the scholarships we're giving away. Kind of glad that we at least got enough applications. I was very surprised, though, with over 300 seniors, we got a grand total of 17 applications. And we're giving away 10 $1,000 scholarships. So I was surprised we didn't get more applications.
Do we have anyone else that would like to speak this evening that's present? Okay, we'll move into the business section. We have one item this evening to set a public hearing for Oakland Hills Development zoning change with a PUD res overlay on Carolina Trace. So we need to set a date and time for that public hearing.
Can we do that May 4th, or is that too soon?
May 3rd would be the date.
Is May 3rd a Tuesday?
That's a Wednesday.
Wednesday, all right. The 2nd's the primary Tuesday, May 3rd.
How long do you think we should do for that? Because we have a lot of committee meetings leading up to that meeting. The second.
I'm hoping
meeting,
that,
We don't have as many.
it's not as long as the one at Planning Commission, maybe an hour to hour and a half.
Okay, so
So that would mean if we did an hour and a half, we'd start at 6.
we could probably do economic development. We just have to move streets.
We need an hour and a half, you think?
I don't know that we will, but I'd rather have more time allotted than run over into the council meeting.
Mm-hmm.
If we're gonna need that much time, do we need an alternate location? Or you think we're?
We now, with our new system, we can use the overflow in the multipurpose room, and this can simul-broadcast over there. So people can watch over there and then come over here to speak if they need to.
So do you think the 3rd or the 16th?
What about committee meetings at?
If we do that, we'll need to either expedite or reschedule committee meetings. If we use that much time on a council evening, we'll have to do that regardless.
Yeah.
If we do it on an off-council night, we're not bound to a council evening to have the public hearing.
I feel like it makes more sense, so I think we should stick with that.
I'm trying to figure out why we would need an hour and a half. We've discussed it in the Planning Commission. We've discussed it here in council, haven't we, before?
We've seen presentations. There's not been discussion on that topic as agenda item.
I'm just curious how many different questions can be asked? Because I think almost all of them have been asked, haven't they?
Well,
Don't you think? Pretty much?
I don't think there'll be any questions, there might be some commentary.
Okay.
So we could probably get by with less than an hour and a half. I mean, if you want to go with an hour or even 45 minutes, we can try it. I mean, worst case, we run into beyond 7:30. Our public hearings are now going to be live broadcast along with council, so it would just move everything right along. We just take a break between the public hearing and the council meeting and then resume.
I think an hour's fair.
I do too. I think an hour is more than fair.
So 6.
What time does our streets committee and utilities? 6:15?
That's the only one that would have to.
We can get that done in a half an hour. We could do 6:45.
That would give you 45 minutes for the public hearing. If we need
Or-
more than that, we would just bleed into the council's time.
Yeah, 6:30 would give us an hour, right?
Yeah. Why don't we just try for 6:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6:30.
We can do our committee stuff in 15 minutes, right, Jim? Yeah.
Okay. Does that work for everybody then?
You need a motion?
Yeah, we need a motion to set the time. And
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we set a public hearing for Wednesday, May 3rd, starting at 6:30 PM. Here in council chambers.
so we have a first and a second. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Wilson.
Yay.
Mr. Wilson.
Yay.
Egner.
Yeah.
Samuels.
Yay.
Dole.
Yay.
Maines.
Yay.
Okay, as a reminder, that is a Wednesday evening, not the typical Tuesday, because we have an ordinance that if a general or primary falls on a council evening, we move to the following day on Wednesday, so that is a Wednesday evening.
And I will not be here.
Do we have any other items to consider this evening? If not, we'll move into the reports. For my report, the city's been growing, and so we have the Oakland Hills development. We've got the Hillwood project out at the other end of the city. We've got the Drees development on out Edgewood Road. So we've got a lot of moving parts going on, and with the economy and inflation that's going on, we're seeing prices creep up. So we need, as a governing body here, to keep a thumb on what those costs are so that we don't get into a bind when these projects begin to, like we just saw with the West Road overpass, go out and get bid and they come out significantly higher than expected. I believe it was today or yesterday we had the pre-bid meeting for the West Edgewood Road sewer project, and we have an engineering estimate on that. one of the questions I heard that was asked is what happens if that project bid comes in high? And I told the person that asked me that we're fairly committed to the project, but we don't have unlimited funds. There could be a redesign, there could be a delay, there could be multiple approaches. I said, but how much over the bid is the key to what happens with that project at that point. But I think everybody here has to be cognizant of the fact that as these price increases start coming in, our dollars only spend once. So we have to prioritize that like we had made a decision with West Road versus Dry Fork Road. Luckily, we didn't get forced into that corner because the state of Ohio picked up the difference for us on that. They lived up closer to their 100% grant. But that's not going to happen on all these projects. So let's keep our eyes and ears really, really sharp on these projects and the cost, because we can't continue to absorb cost overrun. And that's something that I think we need to be aware of, because the public needs to know that we're trying to do our absolute best with the tax dollars that we're trusted with. And we try to prioritize to give the best service back to the public with those dollars. But right now we're at a point where the money coming in and the estimates that we had, they're not lining back up because of the changes in the economy. Hopefully that'll change in the near future, but that's my report. We're doing everything we can to keep costs under control on our side. Mr. Law Director, do you have a report? He's having microphone issues. He muted himself and now he can't undo it.
You had one thing to do.
What'd you do?
There you go. Now.
You better. Well, after all of that, I don't really have a report, but I do have a comment. I've been sitting over here for quite a long time, and one thing I've noticed that I've never said that I think bears saying is that the support and camaraderie between the police department and the fire department here in Harrison is truly amazing, and we're really blessed that we have that. That doesn't always exist in other places, and whenever we have firefighters sworn in, police officers show up, and vice versa. So kudos to both chiefs for maintaining that culture. I think it's worthwhile saying for whatever it's worth. Thank you.
Mr. Wilson, do you have a report?
Yes, sir, I do. First, the fire committee, we met this evening. The total incidents in District 56 was 31, 57 was 39, for a total of 70. As you just heard, we hired 3 new people, and they were sworn in tonight. We have 1 person on light duty. The CPR that was put out, we had 80 registrations filled with 60 completing the course. The other thing I want to report on, Mr. Mayor, is we did have a planning commission when was that, last week or 2 weeks? And we had it down at the Legion because there was a lot of people. I believe we had over 100 people show up. We had a lot of conversation. We did approve a car lot on Kilby Road. We did approve the real estate office up on the 500 block, I believe it is, of Harrison Avenue, a couple minor changes that he wanted to do. And we had a lengthy discussion on the Oakland Hills development on Carolina Trace, and the Planning Commission voted against it, 100%. So when it comes to the City Council, since the Planning Commission did reject it, it would take a supermajority of the council at that meeting to approve it when it comes to them. That's my report, Commander.
Thank you.
Mayor.
Mr. Egner, do you have a report this evening?
I just want to make a comment. I just want to congratulate the 3 new firefighters that were sworn in tonight. But other than that, I have no report.
Thank you. Mr. Samuels, do you have a report?
Yes, I do, Mayor. The police committee met this evening. As always, our monthly traffic crash report for the month of March, there were 22 roadway accidents, which seems to be about average. The Sundance RMS system, the training has been completed. The migration for the interbadge system has been completed. And now we're at the point, the officers are fully using it and just becoming more comfortable with the new system. The Sandusky Tower City Band Radio, we're still waiting on parts to be delivered. So We do have a rental in place, so it is functioning, but the hope is that we'll have all the parts in by the end of April to get that fixed. We do have one officer that is out on leave. We do have one officer that is out on light duty. One other item that we talked about tonight was relating to the parking ordinance. It's ordinance 351.16, relating to the e-chalk enforcement software. Essentially, it would be software that will allow a picture to be taken for vehicles found to be in violation of that ordinance. But as a discussion, and as the research into the software went on, it is not something that we want to move forward with at this time. So the 1860 Tap Room did provide a donation to the police departments of $319.50. I think they were their business of the month for March, so we do appreciate that. And all of the police vehicles are currently being fitted with reflective chevron stripes. All marked cruisers having shadow rear chevron stripes applied to increase visibility at night from the rear of the vehicle. Our next police committee will be on May 16th at 6 p.m. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Ms. Stoll, do you have a report this evening?
Yes, Mayor, I do. We had a district meeting last Thursday. It was a pretty quick meeting. They discussed the possibility of having first Fridays or second Saturdays down in the district. So we'll let you know when they decide which of those 2 days they're going to do. Also, the food truck rally will be on May 20th, so mark your calendars for that. Other than that, for Tree Board, our Arbor Day meeting is April 25th at 7 p.m. at the library. And our next IT meeting is at 5:15 on May 3rd. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Maines, do you have a report this evening?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I do. The first thing I'd like to talk about is the West Road project. At the last council meeting, we were kind of resigned to the fact that while we were going to keep our options open, that was probably not going to happen, that we're going to put all our eggs in the Dry Fork Road overpass basket rather than West Road. But thanks to the council for their support, the Streets Committee, communication with Ohio Department of Transportation, and ultimately some involvement from State Representative Cindy Abrams, the state has decided that they are going to pick up the balance of what went from a $1 million project to a $1.8 million project to now a $2.7 million project. The city will be paying $300,000 towards that 2.7. The state is picking up the rest. So that's the good news. The West Road overpass will get the pedestrian walkway that they need, that we've needed probably for 20 years. And so that's the good news on the West Road project, and I just want to thank everyone for their involvement in that to make that project happen. That is going to be a little bit of a disruption coming here soon, but it'll be a good thing. The next thing I'd like to report on is the Rec Commission. We met last Wednesday, and I'd like to congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Chris Collins. They were married on Saturday. They're Recreation Commission members, and that was exciting for many of the Recreation Commission to be at the wedding to celebrate that. So that's a great group of people involved with Recreation Commission. Of course, we just finished up with an Easter program where we had approximately 2,500 people there. The Easter Bunny was well received, always a very popular part of the Easter celebration. The Easter egg hunt was over in about 33 seconds. And we thank you, Mr. Mayor, for starting that and keeping that an orderly process and being there for that. And Ms. Dole, I believe, was also there. She's not on the Rec Commission, but she was there supporting that. And we had lots of games and fun, and it was a great time. The Rec Commission, and particularly Mrs. Sovereign, Kim Sovereign, gets a congratulations. She throws a great event, and she just puts us to work, and we have a good time. The other thing we talked about at the Rec Commission, really almost the entire time, was the plans for a car show on August the 12th. And we had some folks from the Corvair Club of Cincinnati, Rob Ernst and Don Birding, that gave us lots of great input on that, so we're looking forward to that, as well as we have our summer fun sign-ups are coming up. Actually, tomorrow we have Signups from 6 to 8 p.m., and then on Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. So if you want to get your children involved with the Summer Fun program, signups are tomorrow and Saturday. Some discussion on how we're going to do concerts this summer, the July 4th program. So some important dates, and those will all be out on our social media page or out on the website. June 13th kicks off the summer concert program with 90 Proof Twang. The menus will be there on June 27th. Blackbone Cat is coming on July 18th. Naked Karate Girls, which is, get ready for that. That's always a big event. Lots of people come to see them on August the 1st. Summer Fun is June 13th through July 27th. Of course, we have the July 4th program with the P&G Big Band, and then Hi-Fi Honey is going to be the evening band leading up to the fireworks. The car show is, again, August the 12th. September 9th is the citywide yard sale. I believe Taste of Harrison will also be that same day. October 29th is Spooktacular. And then December 2nd, before you know it, that'll be here, we'll have our Christmas parade. So we got a big lineup of events for recreation this coming year. And our next meeting, looks like Kim has got it on May 10th, so that doesn't, I thought that was gonna hit on our, that makes sense, that's the second Wednesday in the month. So May 10th will be our next Recreation Committee meeting, and that's all I have for rec. Easter Sunday was the first day that the Doug was open for a full day. Lots of people were there. We were there this past Sunday, my wife and I, and it was cool outside, and there was still a parking lot full of people. It's been well attended, lots of activity there, and looking forward to a good season there. And I'll have some follow-up with you, Mr. Mayor, as far as perhaps getting some portalets down at the Willow Park. That's one of the big things that people ask for, both folks going to the Doug and Willow, to see if we can. I'm just going to talk to you and Kim about that.
Okay.
Later this week about that. I believe that's all I have, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Wilson, do you have a report this evening?
Mayor, I asked Mike to give my report for recreation since I wasn't able to attend. But on the veterans side, on behalf of the Harrison VFW and on behalf of the Harrison American Legion, we'd like to thank everyone who came out and supported our fish fries. It's important to have that support from our community, because what we do is we turn right back around and put that money right back into our community. On May the 29th will be the Harrison Memorial Association's Memorial Day Parade and services. The parade will line up in front of the Harrison Elementary School on Broadway at 9:30. The parade will kick off at 10. We march from there to the cemetery, and there we'll have services. And I believe our guest speaker this year is the Department Assistant Chaplain, Al Buxton. That's all I have, Commander. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. I have one more thing. There's another organization that I'm associated with that last year we put a rodeo on at Franklin County Fairgrounds. This organization supports police and fire organizations in the greater tri-state area. It's called Tri-State First Responders. This year they're going to expand it to 2 nights, Friday, June 9th, and Saturday, June 10th. Friday night's going to be concerts. The main line is Colt Ford, Michelle Robinson, Alex Key, Big Vinny, Kendall Tucker, DJ Crutch, and Dan Wallace will also be playing. And Saturday evening will be the rodeo starting at 7 p.m. There'll be fireworks Friday night. And Saturday during the day, if you have young kids, there'll be a Touch a Truck event. So police and fire apparatus will be there. The children will be able to walk up. Some of them they'll be able to get into and sit in, or maybe touch some of the parts of the vehicle and see that up close and personal. Kids love that. So that's, again, June 9th and 10th at the Franklin County Fairgrounds. I will be getting some information up on the city website about that if you're interested. There's 2-day tickets available, all kinds of options. So it's a fully sanctioned rodeo, 7 events or 9 events, I think. So it's a very enjoyable evening. That's all I have. We have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, I think we got a first and second there.
Sure.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Wilson.
Yay.
Egner.
Yay.
Samuels.
Yay.
Dole.
Yay.
Maines.
Yay.
Mrs. Wilson.
Yay, yay, yay.
Stand adjourned. Thank you.